Hello, sixth grade. Today, what I'm going to do for you all is I'm going to actually walk you through the review exercises for the next couple of days. So, as you can see here in the announcement, I put that this work can be completed at any time Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because it is quite a few exercises. But that's because the test for nouns is going to be this Friday. So, if you work on this stuff and you get it all done on Tuesday and you want to submit your answers and you want to study, you can do that. If you want to do exercises 3, 4 on Tuesday, 5, 6 on Wednesday, and then that exercise 8 on Thursday, you can break it down like that. But I don't want you all to feel overwhelmed. But I wanted to go ahead and get this out there because it is review. You guys already did exercises 1 and 2, but I figured today I'm going to go ahead and knock all 3 of these out and send them your way just so you could maybe work ahead for those that are interested in it. 3, 4 is, again, what I guess people would consider the Tuesday work. 5, 6 can be Wednesday, and exercise 8 can be Thursday. But if I start with 3, 4, you can tell already that it seems pretty easy. So if you do go ahead and get this thing done pretty quick, you can move on to the other ones if you want to. But on exercise 3, I'm going to stick with the instructions, and it says write the plural form of the noun in parentheses, and that's it, not plural possessive. So if you look at the words that are in parentheses, you have to write them in the plural form, and you can use the context of the sentence for help, but really you should be able to just look at the word to determine how it's going to be written in its plural form. So I don't need you to write complete sentences. I just really want you to write the plural, but not possessive, form of these words. So that's exercise 3. For exercise 4, it just says write the correct form of the verb. So they give you the sentence as the context, and they give you 2 options in the parentheses. And all you need to do for exercise 4 is write the correct choice. Once again, I don't need the sentence, but like for number 1, her family perform their daily activities, or her family performs their family activities. Okay, so you just want to look at it and get the better option. If you do see a sentence that you feel like both choices are a possibility, really look at what noun is the subject of the sentence. Because if it's family versus families, you might have a little bit of subject object disagreement or noun verb disagreement. So you might want to just double check that. But once again, not writing the sentences, just writing the better choice of the word that's in parentheses. Okay, so again, for those that are interested, I'm going to go ahead to 5 and 6 and 8. Exercise 8 says write each possessive noun correctly. Okay, this is what's going to really separate those that kind of get it from those that have not. They give you the sentence, and you can pretty much figure out the word that is possessive because it's showing ownership, right? Like men's faces, okay? You have to write it in the correct possessive form, once again, but not in a complete sentence. So basically, it's 2 jobs. You need to track down the word that is obviously the possessive word, and then you need to figure out if it's going to be a singular possessive like Bob apostrophe S, or if it's going to be a plural possessive, okay? And the trick is the word that you find, if it's already in plural form, like obviously man becomes men becomes men's, you're going to have to really watch of whether it's possessive with an apostrophe S or possessive with an S apostrophe. Okay. Now, about exercise 6. There's a lot here, and I'm going to just tell you all that I don't want you to do all of it as the instructions say. So you need to listen up from what I'm going to change here, okay? Exercise 6 says write a sentence using each of the following nouns in the possessive form shown in parentheses. So what that would mean is you have to write dog in singular possessive form, and you have to use it in a sentence correctly. So what I'm going to change on this is out of 25 total choices, I want you guys to do roughly about half. I want you to do 12, okay? And I want you to do 12 also mixing up a little bit of singular and plural possessive. I don't want you to try to find all the singular possessive because those are the easier one. I want you guys to mix it up. So if you want to do 6 and 6, that's fine. If you want to do 8 and 4, whatever works out for you, that's fine. But I really don't want you to do all singular possessive. So you don't have to even do the first 12. You can do 1, 4, 17, 9, 23. It doesn't bother me at all. But I know that 25, using a complete sentence is a lot of work. Okay, that's actually a lot. And by the time you do 25, obviously you're going to probably be sick of it. So just from this whole list, pick any 12. And like it says, you write a sentence using that word correctly in its possessive form that they give you. So if it says plural possessive, it needs to be used properly in plural possessive form. Okay, so exercise 5, just finding the word that shows possession and writing it correctly. Exercise 6, pick any 12 from the list of 25 and use them correctly in their possessive form in a complete sentence. Okay, now exercise 8, the last one here, it says write all of the underlined nouns. I do want you all to do that. So for every one of these, write people, Appalachian Trail, campers, Berkshire Mountains. So you're going to write that. Then it says to do kind of a second job. It says after you've written all the underlined nouns, label each one of them as common or proper, singular or plural, and then possessive. So what you can do on your paper, for example, is you can write the word tense, and behind the word tense, you would write whether it's common or proper, and then you would write whether it's singular or plural. And then if it's possessive, you would also write possessive. Now the possessives are going to be really easy because they have an apostrophe in some way. Okay, so every possessive has an apostrophe, but in this case, you write the word or words that are in the underlined section, okay? And then after you've done that, behind each one of them or below each one of them, put if they are a common noun or a proper noun. And just because it's uppercase does not necessarily mean that it's going to be proper, especially these ones that are at the beginning of a sentence. That might just be the fact that they're at the beginning of the sentence, and that's the only reason that they're capitalized. But again, you're going to put if they're common or proper. Singular or plural should be easy because it's either going to be, again, like dog or dogs. So one is singular, obviously one is plural. And then again, the possessive is easy because that's going to show ownership and it's going to have an apostrophe. Okay, so if I go back through this, if I go to the announcement right here, you have exercises 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Again, if you all want to get every one of them done in one day, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to go ahead and be looking for them every day, but if I don't get them until Thursday altogether, that's fine with me. The noun test, I'll give you all pretty much a heads up, looks very similar to this work. It's going to be related to common and proper nouns, both identifying them and using them. It's going to involve singular and plural, identifying and using them. And it's going to obviously be singular and plural possessive, seeing them and using them. Okay, I didn't include a whole lot of collective nouns because I feel like collective nouns are pretty simple. So in this case, like I've said, we're going to review Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because that's what we're doing in person here at school. So you're not really ahead, you're not really behind, but we're going to do a couple days of review. For us, we haven't had Thursday grammar, but I'm going to just give you all Thursday as a date that you could be working on it. And then Friday, I'm going to post the noun test for you all because we're going to be taking the noun test in here. Okay. If you have any questions about specific parts of the instructions or even specific numbered questions, like if you're stuck on exercise 5, number 3, to be specific, you can definitely shoot me an email. But other than that, you guys are going to figure this out over the next couple days. You're going to obviously have a lot of exposure to these specific types of noun, which will hopefully make you ready once again for the noun test that's this Friday. All right. Stay safe out there and everybody be well. See you later.